Guys, Rick here back with another Just Because Unbiased review. And this time we're going to do the Konstakademien or whatever it's called in Stockholm, Sweden. Turns out it's the Royal Swedish Academy of Fine Arts turned into a club at night during the summer nights, something cool like that. Now let's get started with the review. Here we go. For club fairness, I have to give it a 0. The first night we got there, the homie was tired and I still wanted to go out. I went alone and they flat out told me I couldn't go in, that it was VIP only, guest list or something like that. I did offer to pay a top bribe, so to speak. And they told me they really couldn't, that the club was absolutely full. I then stuck around because it was kind of late and just chilled outside. As you could see, they're recording, and I noticed they started letting in people, big groups, as they were arriving pretty much all night, and they were not checking any guest lists, anything like that. They were just paying, and yeah, I was ready to go full on Karen or Ken, if you will, and call racism, because yeah, it didn't make sense otherwise. Did some research later on, and turns out that's very common in Europe, not to let people in alone. Although some Europeans back it, some other Europeans say that they've never seen it done before, but there you go. I did see a girl go in there alone, they didn't stop her, but yeah, I was enticed, went back the next day with the homie, and yeah, we went in, but got hit with a steep cover after not being on the guest list. 0 for club fairness, in my opinion. The club security also gets a 0 in my opinion. They rubbed me the wrong way, but I did notice they were just kind of rude in general to everybody, even the Swedish people there. Also no pat downs like we do in America, but they did have cops right next to them. 0 for security. For the club bar, I have to give it a full point. Really friendly staff, speedy service, full point. Now for the club vibe, I have to absolutely give them a full point. This was probably one of the funnest, nicest clubs I've been to as far as people having a good time. People were extremely friendly, polite, just having a good time in general. It was definitely a good vibe. Full point for club vibe overall. As far as club safety goes, definitely another full point. Probably literally the safest club I've been to anywhere in the world. The country seems pretty safe overall, and it translates into the club vibe here, but it's just friendly, like I said. Full point for club safety. For the music, I have to give it a full point as well. It's mostly 90% EDM, mostly house music, some Avicii. Given that he is from there, some top 40 hits as well, some classic hits like from ABBA, who are also from there. Delivered as promised. Full point for club music overall. For the crowd attractiveness, I do have to give it a full point as well. There was definitely some beautiful women in there, some good looking fellas as well. Most of the Swedish people I saw were pretty good looking in my opinion. Full point for crowd attractiveness. For the ratio, I also have to give it a full point as well. One thing security did do is manage to keep it balanced, man, guy, women ratio, even with those dirty tactics, lol. The crowd was definitely mostly Caucasian, white people, Scandinavian, Swedish, if you will. I believe that there was a small amount of either Indian people, Persian, Middle Eastern, Moroccan, some sort of darker complexion like myself. My friend was the only Asian in there, and I was the only Hispanic in there, so yay, kudos on that. Mexican at that. On a side note, the sun starts coming out around 2 in the morning in the summertime, which is why you see the sun now at 3:47. It was so surreal not being used to that, but it was definitely a great experience. The age groups were definitely mid-20s to early 30s, probably mid-30s, something like that. Full point for guy to girl ratio. The networking capabilities, I'm gonna have to give it a half a point. It's a little tricky. The chances are definitely there. Yours truly was getting smiles left and right from these beautiful, Swedish women. Maybe I stuck out as a Hispanic, I was getting those looks. But here's the interesting thing. I was working on this young lady all night and, dancing with her. We were vibing all night, but, just like here in the States, there was a friend cock blocking every step of the way, getting in the way, not letting her dance with me. Yes, a less attractive friend as always, but in the end I got her number, her socials, and we ended up actually linking up the next night for some drinks, and the rest was history. Let's definitely say that being American helped out there as far as, or Latino even. As far as one-nighters go, probably not, but you could definitely close some deals. Like this is some guys also, flirting with girls, making friends. I don't think girls here will be over-approached. Half a point for networking capabilities overall. For the location, I also have to give it a half a point. The art center is kind of in the middle of the tourist attractions there in Sweden and Stockholm. There are a couple of bars, around the area that you could walk to. They're walkable distance, but there's nothing like this anywhere near. It's a safe area. You can mingle outside and make some friends, but because it's Europe and the bars let out like at 5 in the morning, everyone is just kind of leaving like at different times throughout the night and arriving at different times throughout the night. The building itself turned into a club. It's beautiful. It's pretty stunning. Good stuff in there. Half a point overall for the location. Well guys, if you've been keeping score, the club did score a 7 out of 10 overall on my scale there. Decent score based on my scale, a couple of hiccups there in the beginning. But overall, it was a great time. I would highly recommend visiting Stockholm, trying out these clubs. There's a lot of beautiful people there, good people, good vibes. Now compared to a nightclub in LA, this club could definitely deliver here, probably beat some of the better ones here. Don't think we could find a EDM club here in LA that's all EDM, minus the Academy or Exchange that bring actual EDM DJs every weekend. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for checking out my Just Because Unbiased review. Don't forget to follow. Got more for you coming this week. Thank you.